Okay. So I thank you guys for coming on. I know we all had like a really long weekend and didn't sleep, and I'm still trying to catch up tonight. But I thought it was important for us to talk about, like, kind of debrief about Summit and tell those of you who haven't gone or are interested in going or just watched and wanted to know more what Summit was all about. So National Wake Up Call covers a lot about how to take what you got out of Summit and apply it. Even if you didn't go to Summit, it's still important for you guys to listen to that call because you're going to get tidbits of information. A lot of new launches, like so much. I have been to Summit for the last 3 years. I watched online, streamed my first year, and I've never seen this many launches. It speaks to our company's mission to constantly provide more solutions for us and to help us with their mission of helping us live a healthy and fulfilling life. So I want you guys to know that everything they come out with is very well thought of. They've had products on the page, in the company that they've taken out because customers didn't like it or it didn't help them with their journey. So I want you guys to know that they are always working on more things. The first is the collagen. So I've actually used Vital Proteins. This has become very popular in the last 2 years, and our body already produces collagen. So like if you're pregnant or nursing or anything like that, if people have questions, if people are health nuts, they should know about collagen, but if they don't, the collagen is very healthy for you, and you can easily add it to your shake. You can add it to coffee. I drink my coffee black so I can taste it, but just an FYI. And the other new announcements I was kind of going into, looking for the specific graphic. Okay, so the collagen is available now. So get your order in. Pumpkin spice is coming back, which is so exciting, you guys. I saved one of my packets, and I'm glad I did because now I can drink it when it gets a little close to lunch. It's amazing. And I'm not just saying that because I've been drinking Shakeology for my life, like the last 4 years. It's unreal. Everyone I know that tasted it said it tastes exactly like pumpkin cheesecake, or it's pumpkin-y. I'm going to order extra this year because Jessica had made no-bake bites out of it, and those were delicious. And just unreal how delicious the pumpkin spice is. You can mix it with almond milk. You can mix it with water and ice. You could add a banana. You can add more frozen more frozen pumpkin, whatever. It's delicious. The next new launch is the 6 weeks of the work. This is for advanced athletes. So, if you're talking to people that don't think that they can get a good workout at home, or maybe they've hit a plateau, or it's like having a personal trainer at the gym. So you can definitely take all of these workouts to the gym, especially this one that launches September 30th. And I'll be putting all this in our team page, but definitely unmute yourself and interrupt me or go into the chat if you have any questions. Peppermint Mocha is another kind of seasonal launch. Now with these seasonal launches, they typically only do packets. So keep that in mind. Peppermint Mocha, once again, they said it was delicious, and they've been working on these special flavors for years. They've just finally gotten the recipe right. So know that they don't launch these things just to launch and throw something on a wall and hope it sticks. Like I said, they nailed pumpkin spice, and I'm sure they're going to nail peppermint mocha. Promo codes, huge, 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 huge. Guys, I don't buy anything. I was just telling my husband, I very rarely buy something if it doesn't have a promo code, or if it's not on sale. Before I check out anywhere, I'm Googling promo codes, coupon codes, So this is so huge, so exciting that they're offering these things. So make sure you guys use them because they're going away July. So if you do not tell 3 people about them minimum, you are doing a disservice, and you are making someone pay more money than they need to pay. So I want you guys to go back to anyone who has been interested in a group, anyone who you might think might like to join now, and just say hey, I know we haven't really talked about this before, but I'm starting a new program on Monday, and and they can save it off of anything. But, you know, I'm starting a new program on Monday, and it's really fun when I'm doing it with people I know. Do you want to do it with me? Because I can save you $30 this month. And just let them know. Just ask. Where's anything they can have to say no. Maybe they're not ready, but just ask. Don't do a disservice. Don't like hoard that $10 coupon code in and let it go unused. The next one is the beach bar. Vegan, which is huge. I have dairy insensitivities, or dairy sensitivities, whatever. The regular Recover doesn't bother me, but there is a vegan Recover now, and the beach bars do not bother me. But now there's a vegan beach bar, so people are like literally allergic. So very exciting, chocolate almond crunch. I'm addicted to the peanut butter. I could eat like 2 to 4 a day. But chocolate cherry almond, for those of you who haven't had that one, that has real cherries in it. So it's not cherry flavoring. So once again, I feel like have hit the nail on the head with these beach bars. They taste delicious. They don't taste artificial. They're addicting, kind of in a bad way, but a good way. Because think about it. When you're starved and you have nothing else to eat, what are you grabbing? Would a beach bar be better for you? It's a half protein, half healthy carb. Night, Liv. I love you. So that, and 2 beach bars, if anyone has like extra Shakeology or extra pre-post workout, $2 of beach bars, there's 30 bars is $60. So $2 a bar. We order 4 boxes and are down to like, I think 10 bars. Like we're out because my husband, myself, my daughter, and now Jack has started eating them. Bar blend, really excited about this. You guys know I'm a bar instructor. And people love bar. People love Pure Barre, all that. It's very expensive to go to those classes. So they can do bar at home. They can use their chair. They can use the counter. They can use the side of their couch. They can use nothing and engage their core more. That is really exciting. That's going to be, so they'll be doing sneak peeks towards the end of the year and then be launching it. That'll be like probably like the New Year program. Or it will be the New Year program. And that's low impact, but they're going to get your heart rate up and make you sweat. So it's not like, you know, you guys know I love to like sweat and get drenched and do crazy workouts. Like you're still going to get a good workout for bar blend. Like I will be doing it. And then France, launching in France, second quarter. Once again, there'll be kind of more announcements as we get closer. You know, I used to not follow people back that weren't in the UK, Canada, or US, or like Puerto Rico and stuff. So now you can follow those people back if you notice they're from France, or if you know people that have been to France, you know, ask them like some places that you could kind of like look up tags or hashtags and maybe see if those people are from France. I have a couple people from Canada and I think a couple free customers from UK, but I will tell you people who did take advantages of these launches in these new countries had a great success. So sometimes it's like over our heads and we're trying to master the US market, you know, but know that you never know who's either following you from one of those countries or people that you might know. So definitely just share about it, even if it's just on your stories, and ask people, you know, do you know anyone from France or have you traveled to France, just to get some conversation. So those are the big launches. Really excited. Anyone that didn't go, do you guys have any questions about that? Reading. Yeah, I agree. All that. Yeah. And Kaylee, I do love dipping the chocolate cherry almond into a coffee. It tastes so good. Alana from 2B Mindset told me about that. Okay, so going into Summit, I'm going to read through my notes. What was cool about Summit this year, for those of you who didn't go, is that they broke us up based on our lifetime rank. So if you were diamond and below, you went into a room. If you were diamond to 1-star diamond, you were in another room. And then if you were 2-star diamond and up, you were in another room. So I like that because they did their best to give information that would benefit those groups. And then, like we're doing now, we can share with each other. And I urge you, if you did go to Summit and you get one of the surveys, take some time to fill it out because they really do listen and take that stuff into account. So I'm going to go through some of my notes. Once again, either wave or go into the chat and ask me questions. So I loved it because, you guys, I've been in Summit for 3 years. I've been a Super Saturday, so I've actually heard a lot of these speakers before. And I think because they were in this 2-star and above, you're in the top 1% of the company. So they're in front of like their peers, the people that they probably look up to. And so they were really nervous, and they kind of like stripped away. Like some of them didn't wear their high heels. They were wearing flip-flops. Some of them had their glasses on when I usually don't see them with glasses on. They kind of just like showed up as themselves in real raw form, not trying to be special or anything like that. And they got very raw and real. And I saw a side of these top coaches I've never seen before. So, one of the coaches said, you don't have to live a life you don't love. And it's something so simple, but I think that is something that I've really grown in. And I hope you guys start to understand this, or those of you who went to Summit or listen to National Wake Up Calls and go to super weekend events, realize that. It really hurts me now. Like I get like an upset gut feeling when I hear about someone hating their job, because now I realize that you really don't have to live that way. The answer doesn't necessarily have to always be Beachbody, but people that never thought that they'd be doing Beachbody, now Beachbody has kind of created a life that they've always wanted to live, or that they've dreamed of living. Melanie Mitchell talked about, and some of these notes are from our general speakers as well, but Melanie Mitchell, who was former top coach, talked about our tasks as a coach are easy, but what's hard are the stories and the lies that we tell ourselves. So being a coach, the actual activities that we are supposed to do as coaches are very simple and they're very easy. What's hard is staying consistent with them, doing them when we don't feel like doing them, maybe when we're too tired, or the lies that we tell ourselves, those limiting beliefs that we let get in our way. Like, I can't be financially free. I can't be a good coach. I don't have the best transformation. How can I coach someone else? I'm still trying to figure out my own journey. We just tell ourselves lies. And what's cool about it, and you guys might not know because you haven't been around a long time, is there is no coach, even like Daniel Natoni, who's a fitness guru, and Melissa McAllister, fitness guru, one of the top personal trainers like over on the West Coast. They all have limiting beliefs, and they have all overcome so much. And you might like see them now, and they have their hair beautiful and their makeup's beautiful. Some of them have gotten enhancements. Like, you might just think like, oh, well, they were made for coaching. They do not look how they looked when they started. And Ashley Molson, our number one coach, showed a picture of herself and Emily Favre. Like, you probably looked at that picture and you're like, yeah, they don't look like top 10 coaches. They became that. So make sure you realize that everyone started somewhere and likely started exactly where you are and how you feel. Success is going to happen in the small moments, not when you lose the weight, not when you rank advanced, not when you have a large team. And I've heard something like that before, like, you're not a diamond coach when you have your 12 coaches. You become a diamond coach every time you add a coach, because that end result isn't the final, that's just what finalizes. That's the final piece of the puzzle. But you are a diamond coach every time you add a coach, because that's what diamond coaches do. And you are a successful coach when you help one person at a time. So you don't have to think, oh, I'll be a successful coach when I have 50 people under me, when I have 100 people under me, when I have a working coach under me. You are already a successful coach because you guys show up and you guys are awesome challengers. So that's why, maybe I've told you guys before, I know I've told a couple of you, like, you already are a coach. You show up every day. You're working on your health and fitness journey. The only thing that separates me from you is that I talk about it. And when someone is interested in my health and fitness post, I say, are you on a health and fitness journey too? It's the only thing that separates us. And then she talked about, every day she wakes up and, it can be intimidating to show up on social media. Maybe we're not having a good day. Maybe we're not in a good mood. Maybe we had the worst night ever. Maybe we had the worst day ever. But she thinks to herself, what can I do to make an impact in the season I'm in today? So no matter what you're doing, I will say not all posts have to be mind-blowing and groundbreaking and huge aha moments. But just think about, how can you make someone smile that day? How can you make someone think about their personal journey? How can you relate to someone? Think about where you started, what you struggle with, and talk about how you've overcome it. And think about what you love about coaching. I ask this, every so often, but it's like, what do you love about coaching? For me, I love seeing all of you guys. I love going to events and having a team, not because it's like, oh, I have this team. It's like, because I'm a part of this community of women who love and support and just pour motivation and inspiration to one another. And I also love getting those text messages when I've had a crazy day of momhood and being a wife and mom, and I get a message that someone's thanking me for inviting them because they just lost 12 pounds, because they looked in the mirror and felt good about themselves. Like, those messages are everything to me. She also talked about everything is figure outable. It was a quote by Marie Forleo, can't read my handwriting because I was probably scribbling, but it's so true. I notice, because I'm this way, a lot of us on our team are this way. We want to know everything and we want to take all the trainings, and we just like are soaking up the knowledge, but you just got to apply it. And Rachel Haas talked about that, but you just got to apply it and know that everything's figure outable. Guys, I became a diamond coach. I didn't even know what diamond coach was. I hadn't done any training. So everything's figure outable. You figure it out as you go. So if something doesn't make sense, you can ask me, Laura, do I need to know this right now? And I might say no. Or I might say, yeah, it's in the new coach university. If it's not in the new coach university, you don't need to know it yet. And then never forget about the impact you can have on the lives of others. If you guys watch that live stream of that closing ceremony, I mean, just unreal. You just want to cry the whole time because you're happy for that person. You're happy for the family. You're happy for the kids that have their moms, their dads, their family back. It's just unreal. All right, I'm going to take a break and move on to Eliza. You want to go up next, share a little bit, so you guys don't have to listen to me the whole time, although I'm so fired up, as you can see. I will unmute you. There you go.
Am I unmuted? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of good things. Let's see. I feel like there was so much. I was actually just trying to like organize my thoughts a little bit because I feel like, and sorry, I'm like super dark. I was trying to make it brighter, but whatever. Yeah, I think the number one thing is always the community and realizing like anyone can Google nutrition, whatever. Anyone can join a gym, but it's really us together that is what makes such an impact. It does still blow my mind that you can have world-class trainers in your living room, but really ultimately, I know for a fact it's this community, you guys, and then also, you know, my girls in my challenge group that is what has kept me consistent through all the craziness. So I'm just really grateful for this community, for you guys. So it was really just great to connect. The few things that really just resonated with me this weekend are, one, just reaffirming why I even bothered to do this. You know, Laura, I know you've said this so many times that if someone, you know, like you can't motivate another person to want to help other people, you know, like some people, and you know, like you even said this today, like it doesn't make them a bad person, but some people, they just don't feel that. You can't motivate someone. But when they said in one of the first opening trainings, like leave your mark on the world one person at a time, that just resonated so much with me because that's what made me love this specifically. Like in clinic, you know, I see people, but I see multiple people a day and it's like that one visit. But when we're doing this, you really just have the opportunity to invest in people and those relationships. It's just such a unique and special thing to go along a journey with somebody. And there's no gym you could join. I mean, other than spending thousands of dollars on a personal trainer, like you can't get that. So that really resonated with me. And then as far as, you know, like the business and all that aspect, there was a few things that really stood out to me. One is just starting where you're at. And Laura, you touched on this too, but they said, I think it was Jade Simmons who had said, I belong here perfectly imperfect. I'm becoming the leader I envision for myself with my daily actions. And really just recognizing like your story is every step of the way. Like the story I have today is my story today. And the story I had 6 months ago and 6 months from now, these are different versions of myself that I am constantly becoming. And so I am enough today for this point in my journey. And, you know, she talks about climbing up the mountain. Well, it's like you have to go through these phases. Like you're not just going to all of a sudden be here and then be there, because you have to become that person, you know, and becoming that person is the journey. So really just thinking about that. And then, you know, it's always good when they remind you about the value of the different vital behaviors, but really just comes down to doing the work. So in one of our leaderships, they shared the quote, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." And I think really that's what it comes down to in our challenge groups. We're encouraging people daily workouts, even if they're only 20 minutes. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym for 2 hours. You just have to actually show up and do it. And the same with the nutrition. It's not these crazy diets. We're not telling people to become necessarily vegan or keto or anything like that. We're just saying balanced nutrition, but every day, and like how to do, consistent actions. And it's the same thing with our coaching activities. It's these simple behaviors. You just have to actually show up and do the work. So that's, just something I've been thinking about. And talking about motivation, it's like you keep looking out. I think it was Rachel Hollis who said, we look outside ourselves for what we already possess within. And she talked about it in terms of comparison, but it also made me think about motivation. I'm looking for someone else to motivate me, but really that's just us. And one of the speakers said, you have to light your own fire. So doing those through daily affirmations, finding your opportunity in every obstacle, just being committed to outworking someone said, I'm nothing special. I just outworked everyone. And I was like, yeah, someone also said, be the CEO, not the employee, because the CEO gets the work done. And just, that whole concept of taking control of your 24 hours. Honestly, there was so much. I feel like I could go on and on. I just feel like I got a lot out of it. Some of the practical things in terms of actually growing a team, because I know I say this constantly, is how do you find business builders? How do you find business builders? And they're just like, you don't find them, you make them, you build, I wasn't interested in coaching. I'm pretty sure none of you guys went into this like, I want to be a coach, I don't think that's any of our stories really. Well, Laura, I know you always wanted to get into health and fitness, but I think a lot of us, that wasn't our goal. We were shown the opportunity, and we became addicted to it for ourselves because we realized the benefit in ourselves. And Laura, I just know you did a really good job of, showing us the opportunity. So I've really just been thinking about how I need to get organized more in my daily activities for myself. So that way I have, first of all, the time to invest in people that I think would benefit from this and would be naturally good at it. And then also just setting that culture and vision for them, because they're like, will anyone even know you're running a business? Like, I sometimes even think if girls in my challenge group, do they know I'm actually running a business, or do they think I'm just like posting in our group, And I don't ever talk about it like that. I don't ever post about it. I might talk about, oh, my girls, but I don't think I talk about, I'm the CEO of this business, whatever that business is going to look like. And so you can't expect attracts people who want to run a business if you're not talking about the business, and then setting that vision for your team. So I think those are some things I'm going to work on. The people who I think would be really good at this, setting that vision for them. And if they catch the bug, great. And if it's not for them, that's totally okay. But I'm not even offering the opportunity. I'm not even giving them a chance. And it's pretty much because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of people feeling like I'm being pushy. So even though I know that's not how I am in my heart, but I know I'm always worried about offending people or them taking it the wrong way. So,
yeah, that's totally normal. And I think about, I don't even do it that much anymore. Sometimes I talk about it's payday and stuff, and this isn't about the money at all, but some people need the money, whether they would do it because of the money or not. But some people now, I kind of think about like, I do need the money now, even though that's not what I joined this for. But, now since I like worked up to like, okay, I'm going to take care of the mortgage, so then if I didn't make that, I would feel like, oh man, but I like never worry about that. The money comes just because I focus on helping people, but thinking like doing little things like I filled my gas tank up and I didn't even have to worry, it's payday today. And, and you could say it's from your side hustle, like whatever. A lot of people, some of you guys have loans or, you're doing house projects. So it's even like, I don't feel bad about buying this for my house because I do have a little side hustle and I love splurging and doing stuff up for my house or whatever it might be, So think of like little ways. So it's not like I'm going to buy a beach house. It's nothing like that. But it's just like sprinkling it in, even if it's on your Instagram story. Sometimes maybe that's a little less scary. But it's totally okay to talk about it being payday and talking about like I randomly decide to go to Target on Thursdays. And I'm always like, oh, well, I don't have to feel guilty about this like Target splurge because I got paid today,
Yeah. And I think that's all, those are all really valid points. And I think even in addition to talking about being financially compensated, letting people know that you're running a team, or, and right now my team isn't really big because, I might have a lot of discount coaches, but I don't really have anyone who's also mentoring others. But, if you do, you can talk about it like, oh, so excited, my girls helping others, sharing the vision, spread, whatever, like something like that. Even just like demonstrating that, like, I'm not just, because I think that helps people understand what it is that you're doing better.
And even taking a picture of this and posting it on and saying, I love getting together with my team. This isn't my team. Like, this is your team. This is all our team. Even if you have no challengers right now, this is your team. We are each other's team. So what's mine is yours. Good job, Jess. Sorry to interrupt. I was just like throwing in.
No, that was all really good. I'm trying to think of the really bad, because I feel like I really did get a lot out of it. So I guess the one other thing just to build off of that is they talked a lot about trusting in the, Jay, I think was this the leadership or was this Jade Simmons? But she talks about trusting in the team that you have now, like work with where you're at. Instead of being like, oh, I wish I had this, that, or the other, like look at the girls you already have, because those are the ones that trust you. Those are the ones that you've already gotten results and you have that relationship with, and they're there for a reason. They're there in your journey. So trusting in the people that you have. And then building off of that, she said, I wrote it down because it was like my favorite, but believe in advance you already have what it takes to, insert whatever it is that your goal is. That you already possess it within yourself. And then I think at another point she said, you already possess it or you will develop it along the way. So I just thought that was valuable. You're muted.
I said, cool. Thank you for sharing that. Who wants to go next? Or do you want me to just call? Jessica, looks like you're ready. Oh, Lauren, you want to go? Yeah, Lauren, go ahead. I'll unmute you. There, you're unmuted.
Can everybody hear me? Okay. I guess, I'm just going to piggyback off of what Eliza said. I became a coach again because I wanted the Jericho program. And I was like, well, I don't know if I like Jericho, but, and I know I talked with you, Laura, about just being a discount coach and, so on and so forth. But I don't know. I kind of look at you guys and I'm like, wow, kind of want to do that. I want to help the people and, I want to help everybody else achieve what they want to achieve with this group, and so I'm going to try. I think Summit did that for me. I'm going to try. What are you doing? I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. You know what I'm saying? So,
it works. It always works. It's only if you don't try and you stop that it doesn't. It always works.
Stop.
Trust
right.
me.
Exactly. Okay. Say hi and then go.
Hi, cutie.
It's been a long day. Anyways, and the other thing I just wanted to quickly share is, before I started Beachbody, I had like zero confidence in everything. Oh, thank you. Yeah, just myself, just, relating to people, talk to people, and I think through Summit and through being with you guys, I gained a lot of confidence. And yes, I'm going to bring up the whole Danielle and Darren and Tony thing again, because gosh darn it, I was really proud of myself that night, because on a normal basis, I would have never done that. A year ago, 2 years ago, I would have just sat at the table and I would have geeked out completely. And I think, believing in Beachbody and it, making me confident, I want to share that with people. I want other people to feel confident like that. And, I don't know if all of you saw it, but when we were leaving from our group picture, I saw Kim Cruiser. And like I said, on a normal basis, I would have never approached someone like that, because he's such a bigwig. He's up there, and I did. And that was just like, it was so empowering for me to do that. I just want other people to feel like that. So, when I did my morning meltdown this morning, I started putting on Instagram, I said something along the lines of, the first rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club unless you're interested. So, those kinds of things, just throwing it out there and seeing if anybody's going to bite. Nobody bit today. But like I said, I'm going to keep trying and we'll see where this goes. I'm not having aspirations about walking across the stage or anything. I want to start small. So, that's what I'm working on, setting small goals and trying to achieve those. So, yeah, that's it. Get out of here.
I love it. I love it. Because, I'm so happy you got that out of Summit, because that is how you should feel. And I will tell you, I've known you for, I feel like, a year now, and I've never seen you look so beautiful in pictures. You just had a confidence and a shine and a sparkle. I had to take a double take, and I was like, you just look gorgeous in those pictures. And I could tell you were just happy and you were excited. And so I wanted you to know I'm so happy you had a great time.
Oh, thank you. And thank you all. I'm really happy that I met everybody. I truly am. Okay. So you can unmute me. You can mute me now, because now my children are running downstairs and the dog is barking and it's chaos.
You're good. Okay. Okay. So, yep. Go ahead, Eliza.
I just really quickly wanted to say, can everyone hear me now? Good. I just really quickly wanted to say that I'm just so grateful that you came, Lauren, and that you had a good time. And I've seen your confidence grow and who you are as a person. You are just naturally this light. You just naturally are an inviting, open, bring people along on your journey kind of person. That's just who you are naturally. So you already have overcome the biggest first hurdle that most coaches go through, that sharing, that you already just are naturally that, hey, I'm doing this, come along, do it with me. That is the biggest hurdle, the biggest one. And you're already doing that. The second thing I would encourage you to do, and we can talk more about this one-on-one, but I'll say it here just in case other people are thinking it, is I already hear those self-limiting beliefs and setting your goals so small that because you're afraid of failure, right? We all are. So we set our goals small enough so that we won't publicly be disappointed if we don't reach them. So I just, we'll talk more one-on-one, but just want to say this here too, that, I would encourage you not to do that whole well, I'll try and we'll see. No, if you decide to do it, you will do it. There is no trying and seeing. You either say, I will do it, and then you will. If you have your mind, and this is something that I just constantly personally need to remind myself of, because I do the same exact thing as I set my goals, or I say my goals in a way that gives me an out. So that way, if I don't meet it, I can say, well, I just said I'd try, so who cares? So make sure that you're decide, like Rachel has said, do you actually want it, or do you just want to say that you want it? So, just say like you already said, it doesn't matter. You don't have to want to walk across the stage. That's fine. But it's okay to admit, I want this for the community. I want this to help people. You are that person in your heart. You're the person who wants to help others. To say, I want to help people find, lead healthy and fulfilling lives. That's the mission of Beachbody. So, just be okay with it. And, in terms of setting short-term goals, you can work on that. But I just want to encourage you to be okay believing it, and, don't add that just for that, but, so yeah, just putting that out there.
Yeah, thank you. And that's so important for us all to know, because what's awesome about this is there are many people that do not connect with me. I'm not their type, and the bod from me and the bod from you and the shakes from me, the pre and post workout from me is all the same, but they're going to connect with you, and all you have to do is tell your story. Okay, how about Jessica?
Hi, ladies. Sorry, I'm trying to do a deal here right now. So I'm trying to doing too many things at once. But I can't, this particular person I haven't been able to catch. So I'm actually chatting with her. So takeaways. I'm still really overwhelmed. And not in a bad way. Like there was so much information and it was all very valuable. I related to a couple of the coaches that were talking in my sessions that I was in, that breakout sessions. And I think that it just reaffirms some of the things that I was starting to do in May and June when things were getting really crazy, but I was giving myself the time to do it. It was working. I've been trying to follow up with a couple of people since before 4th of July that we kind of just been back and forth touching base. But the one big thing for me was that 2 people that I've been talking to, or one person that was in my challenge group, just from me sharing everything and some of the same things that we learned, I've had 2 people use my name and say, I can have her help us. Like, we can do this together. So like one of my challengers just yesterday was like, hey, I have somebody that's interested that wants to like join the group with us. And like, what does she need to do? So like the idea of like the things that were suggested that we do in some of the groups do actually work. Not that I didn't believe that, but just like the idea of spending an entire month working on it, and it works. I feel like seeing how big everything was just like unbelievable. Like, I think just for the very first time to just put it into like a visual was really the biggest thing for me. A lot of the things that have already been said, it's just hard to like put that into perspective until you see everything and you see the results that people have, and the just range of people that are there, and you know, like how we're all so devoted to something that just brought us all together, like community behind it. And the limiting belief part of it was really like, we talked about that in the car on the way home. Like, I know what mine is, and I'm trying to get over some of the other smaller parts of it. But just the idea of that, like the coming so far, making it so far, making the ability to like, I've been doing this for 3 years, and not the coaching, but doing just things for myself for 3 years and just being consistent. That, you know, that's something I can share with others, and you don't always have to be there present every day, but to just put yourself out there. Like this morning, I wasn't even going to do a workout. I told Melanie, I was like, I can't, there's too many. I seriously have not sit down until right before dinner today. Because I was like, I just don't have time. I can't do it. And then Kaylee was like, who's doing a workout this morning? I'm like, oh, I'm still vet. So just all of that, just all of it combined together. Like just knowing everyone's there to just push, and being able to provide that for everyone and know it works. So
awesome. Thank you. Melanie?
I think coming into Summit, I was really questioning myself as to what my purpose in going really was. I don't know if it was clearly defined for myself. I think I just knew that I wanted to be there, and I didn't know exactly why. So there was something that was stated during one of the keynote speakers. I can't remember whether it was Rachel Hollis or Jade Simmons, but she said, the moments that we're in are never accidental. And I don't know, I just thought, you know, it's not by accident that I found this group, and it's not by accident that I found a way to make it to Summit. And so I'm going to just lead with that. And I'm going to kind of try my best to overcome my limiting belief as much as I can, and to try to just find some type of belief in myself that through my sharing, or me being able to be confident in sharing some of the things that I'm not so comfortable doing, maybe I will be able to touch other people, or to impact other women and bring them some of the, I don't know, the community and the love that I found through all of this. So that's my takeaway right there. Short and sweet.
Awesome. No, I love it. And it's so powerful because, yeah, you're just like, why do I want to do this? And then like you go there and yeah, I hope you were kind of like affirmed, like, yeah, I do like this. I do like these people. I do like this community.
Because there's dragonflies.
And you were, she's so
Lightning bugs.
and you were another person, Melanie, like, I've known you, but I don't get to see you a lot. And I just saw you too, like just shine and just look so beautiful. And like I said, I just saw like a confidence come out in you too this weekend. And I hope you felt that. And I hope you like embraced that. And I hope you felt amazing this weekend. And, we talk about age a lot and all that stuff. Like, I hope that you like realize this weekend again, like that it is just a number and that, you don't have to be any certain person or any certain age or look a certain way or be something to do this. Every single one of us and every single one of you guys are perfect. You're perfect. And and I just really appreciate you opening up this weekend and coming and feeling great because I saw it in your presence and I saw it in your little boomerang that you posted. I just loved it. So thank you. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit more, and then we will move on to, so another one was creating FOMO. And a lot of the girls that didn't come this weekend, I know a lot of you guys messaged me and people I don't even know were messaging me saying, I'll even tell you what the one girl said. She's like, so I want to read it to you because it's funny and it's like, this is why we share. She's like, so I keep seeing you take these trips and have friends and you have made through coaching, and it's really making me think about it. And, this is someone I've known for 2 years. She's been in Coach Sneak Peek. She's been watching all this stuff. And, I decided to like coach and to like worry about a rank just because I wanted to travel. Because mom life doesn't come with fun travel unless we're taking a family vacation, which, sorry kids, it's not exactly the same. So I just wanted to travel, and that was why I like wanted Diamond, because I just wanted to leave and travel. So, a lot of people like to travel, and girls' weekends, I don't know how many people say no to girls' weekends. It can be intimidating because we don't always all know each other, and a lot of us are social media friends. But if you are one of those people that gets hesitant about hanging out with all of us, it's like hanging out with your best friends that you've known your whole life. So creating FOMO, sharing everything, like, and even things that you feel like aren't a big deal, like a team call or, a really good chat that you had with one of us, or the fact that you can share, you have a community of women to share not only health and fitness stuff, but maybe you're going through something in your life. And then thinking about, what are 5 people who would like or benefit from Shakeology? What are 5 people who would like or benefit from the workouts? Who are 5 people that would like or benefit from coaching? And just writing down a list and asking, because the worst thing that can happen is they say no. I will let someone else cover Rachel Hollis, maybe Sarah, because she really enjoyed that. James Clear, Atomic Habits. So my 2 favorite books right now are ones that I'm reading is Mastering Your Mean Girl, and then I want to read Atomic Habits. A lot of top coaches that I am friends with have been reading this book. He's actually from Cincinnati. And he talked about starting small. So when you can't walk, you don't try to run. And I talked to a couple of the girls that were there, but he gave that analogy, like, even think about like, I had a broken tibia, so I could barely walk. So I wasn't going to try to run. I was going to walk slow, then with my boot. Then I was going to walk slow without my boot. Then I was going to like just take it easy. And then I slowly worked up to running again. I started jogging, then I started running. It's the same thing with our health and fitness journey. It's the same thing with coaching. You don't have to do all the things, right? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be like me. I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm still not perfect. I'm still not doing it as consistently or as much as I would probably want to do it some days, but I just do it. But I did not always do what I do now back then. So you just do what you can. So you're interested in coaching vital behaviors, workouts, you guys all have that down. Your shakes or the products, you guys all have that down. Personal development, that is huge. I think everyone, whether they're a coach or not, should listen to personal development. I mean, I have my husband telling him to listen to personal development. He's a lawyer, and I even think I wish I had personal development in my old job, because some of those tough days, personal development would have got me through it. And then inviting. So inviting doesn't have to always be scary. It could just be posting a sweaty selfie and saying, who likes to work out with, who would love to have a fit friend. That's an invite. That's an open invite. So it doesn't always have to be scary. Collection of daily habits lead to success. So that's just like our tasks as a coach are really simple, and you just do those simple things and they compound to big success. I will guarantee you can take me up with this challenge. If you do a power hour 5 days a week for a month, you will hit Success Club. You will help 3 people that month. You want to help 5 to 10, do it 6 days a week, do it 7 days a week. I've never had anyone do a power hour, track it, and not hit Success Club. So do it. Excellence is not about radical gains. It's about consistent progress. So he just had like a lot of these like sayings and stuff, which I just feel like if I had his book, I would be highlighting everywhere, because it was just so many good golden nuggets. Then he talked about having power in tiny gains and not underestimating those small wins along the way. So, no matter if you're like an active working coach or not, have a little folder on your phone and call it like the ding, 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 like ring the bell, or call it success folder, something. And post every single win. You had a weight loss day. You chose a side salad instead of fries, because all those tiny little wins and those gains are going to make your day. Maybe you're having a bad day. Look back at that. Maybe you were in a challenge group and someone talked about how they lost 2 jean sizes. Like, write that down. Even if it's their success, write that down so you remember the impact that this really has. If you have good habits, time is your friend. If you have bad habits, time is your enemy. How true is that, right? Go back to your high school, college days. Like, I would have been better off studying for my exam a month ahead of time when I knew I was going to have it, instead of cramming the night before. So time is your friend. If you have good habits, time is your enemy if you don't. So think about even your weight loss. If you did 21-day fix and didn't really commit to the nutrition the first 2 weeks, you're like hustling that 3rd week, because you took a before picture and you want a good after picture. And I used to do that to myself. I was really good week 1, really bad week 2, then I hustled week 3, so that, because I had to show up. I posted my before picture. People are expecting me to post Transformation Tuesday. So remember that. If you're struggling to improve, it's not you. This was good for me. This was like, yes. If you're struggling to improve, it's not you, it's your system. So today I made a decision. I'm creating new systems. I'm going to stop thinking that it's my kid's not sleeping, that it's this, that, and another. I'm too busy. I have too much. And realize it's not me. It's my systems. Maybe I don't have a system. Maybe I need new systems. So today I woke up at 5 a.m. to start a new system. You don't rise to your goal. You fall to your system. So you don't like climb this mountain to hit your goal. Your goal is going to happen if you have the systems that are going to reach that goal. So it's just like, I'm going to commit to a workout. That's my goal. I'm going to finish a workout. Okay, you got to create a system. How are you going to finish your workout? When are you going to do your workout? Where are you going to do your workout? When are you going to do your workout? What workout are you even doing? So it's not, you don't like just magically get to that goal. You have to have the systems, the strategic plan in place to hit that goal. Align your goals with your systems. So if you want to be a diamond coach, got to do what it takes to be a diamond coach. If you want to know what it takes, ask me. It takes doing your power hours. It takes actually asking people if they want to coach or if they want the discount. That's it. And then let's see. Oh, and then he talked about they're like different stages. I'll go over that. Oh, well, this is about creating habits. So if you're trying to create a new habit, make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. So whatever that habit is, he talked about working out, for example, like make it obvious, like you have the workout, you know what workout you're doing. You're not just going to throw a bot on and choose, like you're doing 21 Day Fix real time. Make it attractive, like maybe get a new outfit so that you're excited to wear that outfit for that workout. Make it easy. Have your computer or your Apple TV or something ready to go. Have all your workout, everything, your energized, everything laid out in the morning. So it's just so easy to get in the habit. Talked about even going to sleep in your workout clothes. And then a reward, make it satisfying. You know, every time you cross off a day of your workout, cross it off and choose a prize to give yourself. Not ice cream, not a wine binge. Maybe it's a new workout outfit. Maybe it's nails, a massage. Make a reward so that you have an incentive for finishing that. In addition to the, you know, obviously the physical and mental reward of finishing that program. If you want to master a habit, make it a part of your life. Accessible, convenient. Just so awesome when you apply that to our health and fitness because it's so accessible and it's so convenient. And then identify with the habits you want to implement. So if you want to be a strong leader, create affirmations. If you want to be a good coach, create affirmations that lead to that behavior, lead to that habit. So, you know, for me, I am a strong leader instead of I want to be a strong leader. Just say it. And the more you say it, the more you'll act like it and the more that it'll ring true. And then he talked about habit stacking. So after you make coffee, meditate for 60 seconds. So maybe it's like you want to start meditating or you want to start praying or you want to start reading personal development. So make your energize or make your coffee, then do that thing. So think of something that you do every day and then stack a habit behind it. Or he talked about like coffee, meditation, then writing your to-do list, and then starting the most important task first in your to-do list. Because really success in anything is because you implemented habits, right? You don't lack motivation, you lack clarity. Another really good quote that I wrote down that I loved, which is so true. Like people are always like, I need to be motivated. I want to be motivated like you. I'm going to do what you do. It goes back to like their why. Why do they want to be motivated? Why do they want to work out? If they don't know why, they just think that because there's something they're supposed to do, then there's not going to be a lot of motivation to do it because they really don't have a true reason for wanting to other than they think that they should. It's not enough. Let's see. Oh, and then a habit must be established before it can be improved. So you have to create like your habit. You have to create your goal, create the habit, create the system, and then you can work on improving it, tweaking it. And then never miss twice, which I've heard this from Brittany Leggett, the coach that just talked in the National Wake Up Call. She talked about no matter what it is, never miss twice. If you miss one day of coaching, if you miss one day of workouts, if you miss one day of work, you don't just quit. You just pick right back up the next day. Same with like meals, you know, nutrition. Like if I ate a big waffle at lunch, I'm not going to eat a big cheeseburger or waffle at breakfast. I'm not going to eat a big cheeseburger at lunch. I don't need it. I need something a little healthier at lunch, you know? So just never mess up twice. And you know what, guys? I actually have messed up twice, but then I just pick up that third time. So as soon as you miss one time, if you do it again, you're creating a new habit. So that's why I try not to miss twice, because when you miss once, there's just an accident. You're just human. When you miss twice, you start to create a new habit. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Once again, if you want to become something, health, fitness, coach in your career, think about the actions that it's going to take to get you there. Let the behavior lead to belief. So all of us lack belief, right? We all lack belief whether we can do something. I lacked belief whether I could ever be in good shape again after I had kids. But let the behavior, choose the behaviors because once you start doing those behaviors, they lead to belief, you know? So I never thought I could get in shape again. Well, the behaviors I could do is control my eating, control my exercise, control my hydration, control what I put in my body. I just kept focusing on doing that one day at a time, and it led to belief and clarity and fact that I could indeed get in shape. And then there's no before and after. There's only a before and during. So I'll be talking about that tomorrow at Transformation Tuesday. And it's so true, you know, you don't just start and then stop something, because then you're just going to go right back to that before, right? If you just stop. So it's always a before and during in everything in life. So remember that. All right. I talked a lot. Sarah, you want to go next?
Am I here?
Yeah, I was unmuting you maybe while you were unmuting yourself. So
Yep.
go ahead.
Perfect. Tell you about my like everything that I learned this weekend, right? Okay. So it's kind of funny because I went into this weekend just like really needed a girls' weekend. If some of you know, I've got a lot going on. I'm moving, I'm finding a job, I'm wedding planning, and I'm trying to just keep my brain to function some days. But this weekend was exactly what I needed. I didn't leave overwhelmed, shockingly. I actually left motivated. And since I left, I've contacted 15 people, and 3 people have already contacted back wanting to join. So pretty bomb about that. I'm going to keep going as well, because I think that the cool part, and like the one people that is my favorite coach of like all time, her name is Amy Silverman. How she talks about it is like, it's not about like sitting there and being like, I want you to sign up for me, sign up with me. I'm selling you this, I'm selling you that. She literally is like, you're just selling who you are. Like, act like you're naturally posting something to like update people about your life, because that's why people look at your social media, and explain to them like, hey, like I'm doing something pretty awesome that I think is going to be really good for you. Do you want to join me? Like, it would be super fun. I think it'd be a great opportunity for you, and it's going to help you as well. Instead of trying to sell something, it's creating your own community as well. And you know, it was even funny, like today I kind of got like an uplifting message from a girl who's been on and off with me saying she wants to sign up, not sign up, sign up, not sign up. And all I did was just text her to say like, I hope you're doing well. I know you've had a rough week. And like, she sent like the sweetest message back. Yeah, she might have not signed up right away, but I know like if I keep doing this and I keep telling her and like showing up, it's just like me showing up to my workout, showing up for the people that I care about. And I feel like that's kind of what I took from this weekend, is that, you know, it's not always going to be rainbows and sunshine. I don't remember. I think it might've been Rachel Hollis. Like, if you can't hear no, you got to figure that part out, because you're going to hear no. I've heard no more in my life, but that's what makes me want to, I don't like no. I want to be right, and I want to get what I want. So how do I get that yes? Like, what is it that I'm not doing right to make that person be yes? And like, that has motivated me. Like, even today at work, like someone tried to say no to me. I was like, yeah, let's try again. And I was able to change them to yes. So if you just take it into your life even and transform it, that's what's going to make it. And I'm already like, I want to be, I've made my challenge. I want to be a 1-star diamond, and I'm going to make it happen. So like, it's just putting your mindset and changing it to know that it's going to be okay, and you're going to get there. So that's me.
I love it. Awesome. And that's so awesome that you've been so bold in sharing. Is like the best time to share and invite and talk to people that, I mean, I had a couple moments this weekend where I was like, gosh, why is she not doing this? Like, she'd be awesome. I could just imagine her here, you know? And so definitely don't be afraid. If anything, it's flattering when you tell people, you know, I wish you were there with me this weekend. Like, we're going to New Orleans next weekend or next year. Would you like to go? Or we're going to have a little Super Saturday event. Do you want to come and meet some of the girls that I hang out with and get to know?
Agreed.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh, Kaylee, are you available to come on? Okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear and see me?
Yes, beautiful.
Okay, sorry, I'm struggling.
You're good.
So I would say my biggest takeaway this weekend was, and Eliza, you kind of touched on this, so it's not super different, but what we do for the actual vital behaviors isn't hard. And often, and my coaches and I had a really good conversation about this. You often hear how people put so much time into it, or you think that they put, like maybe they do this for 2 hours a day, or, you need to figure out what works for you. So for example, one of my coaches was like, when my session, they showed like an example, if you're a part-time coach and this is what it looks like, but that's too much for me. And so I looked at her and I said, okay. I said, so what could you do? She's like, well, I could do this on Mondays and this on Tuesdays. And I said, absolutely. You need to, I think our fear sometimes comes from, if we can't do it the way we think it's supposed to be done, then we just stop. And when they say your coaches take on your fears and you attract people that have the same fears as you do, I'm a perfectionist. So if I can't have it all laid out the way I want to, I don't go for it. And so my biggest takeaway from this weekend is do what I can do and stop putting this cap on it, because I think I can't do it the way somebody else is supposed to do it. And then I would probably say the second thing was having people there. So last year it was just me going to Summit, and this year I had 3 people with me. You guys don't understand your impact until you're in a situation where you get to have others experience it with you, and hearing their stories and hearing their takeaways, it just reaffirmed for me like why I do what I do. Some people really want the community. Some people really like the personal accountability. And some people are like, you know what? I do want to make, like, I could use, an extra certain amount of money. And to be able to offer that to somebody is so powerful. And I think I've always held back because I'm somebody who absolutely loves my job. Like, no, I don't ever want to leave my job. That's never my plan. And so often I don't share about coaching because I feel like others are going to look at me as if I don't like my job. And so today's Monday, and my first post of the week was about coaching. And I maybe post about coaching like twice a year. So just to get over those fears and not let them hold you back, and realize why you're doing what you're doing. I mean, when I was at Summit, I had 3 people message me, I want to be there with you. And I'm like, why do you like I had to ask myself, I'm like, why do they want to be here with me? Like, that's crazy. But it's because it's what you create, and you don't understand how powerful that experience can be. So I know I'm absolutely excited, and I need to I don't know. I love that we can get our tickets already, and I'm so excited about New Orleans. I think it's going to be an absolute blast.
Yes, thank you for sharing. Yeah, I'm so excited. It'll be so much fun. And for those of you, so we got some rooms. We're going to try to get some more rooms. And Jenny, our upline coach, her husband is from the area, and Renee, another girl on our team, is also from the area. So they knew exactly where to go out to dinner last year. Like, we had the best food when we went out to dinner and stuff. So that's exciting. Okay, just a couple. I'm just going to go through. There was a couple more things. That I wanted to go over. Going back to creating fans, not followers. It can be really easy to get like, I only have this many followers, I only have this many friends, all of that. But our job as coaches in posting, you guys, I didn't post at all before I became a coach. I thought it was weird. Is to make people feel something. And it is helping them feel connected to you and to your life and to your journey, and bringing them in so that they're like, I wonder what Laura's doing today. I wonder what Karen's up to. I wonder what job Sarah's gonna get, or what house she's gonna live in. Take them on a journey. And that doesn't mean you have to share everything. There are tons of things I talked to a couple of you guys, like there are a lot of things that I don't share and that other coaches don't share because you don't have to share it all. But think about things that probably someone else might be going through, or it could be simple. It's like you had a hard day, you're like your kids would not listen and you're losing your voice because you've been screaming at them all day. Like talk about it, put a little positive twist on it, and move on. Because that some other mom is going to be reading that and be like, oh, good. It's not just me. It's not just my kids. I'm not the only one with crazy kids in the world. Or even like if you had a tough day at work, like doesn't mean you hated your job. Sometimes we have tough days. So think about too, like when you're sharing, what would you feel good if you heard, what would make you feel good? Or think about who you're attracted to. Think about why you're attracted to them. Why do you check their profile? Why do you check their Instagram stories? And just think about that, because you guys all have a message, a journey, a story to tell. And just when in doubt, just always go back to where you were before you started and how you feel different now. It's going to be really easy to kind of like get stuck. Like sometimes I don't understand why people are addicted to pop because I haven't drank pop in years, or sometimes it's really weird that people don't drink water, but I've been drinking water for years, I think back to like what I used to do. I used to not eat breakfast. So many other people don't eat breakfast. I used to hate getting dressed or hate shopping. So many people also feel that way. So when in doubt, just go back to your story because it is powerful. It is enough. You don't have to have a 35-pound weight loss, 100-pound weight loss, to be successful and to have a story or transformation. I know all of you guys have all experienced transformation. So when in doubt, share that. And I urge you, I'll be posting about Super Saturday, Super Weekend. We're going to do it Friday or Saturday local because they're not having an official event. So I'm going to team up with some other local coaches to host something. So, I urge you to A, attend, and B, to invite someone, 1, 2 people that you think would want to know more about it. Because Beachbody did put together some videos for us to be able to share this opportunity and to share the coaching opportunity with. So sometimes it can be scary talking about it. Tell them to come to our girls' night and they'll be able to learn about it. They don't have to wait to sign up until then. So if people are interested in signing them up now. Use your coupon codes. Every single active coach has 3 coupon codes, $10 off to offer someone. So like I said, do not keep that. Hoard those $10 coupons, tell at least 3 people about them. I challenge you guys to use them up. So does anyone have any questions? Mallory, Karen, do you guys have any questions? I'll unmute you. I don't know if you guys do or not.
I don't.
No? Okay.
No, I don't. Thanks for sharing everything though, everyone.
Yeah, you're welcome. And there's like so much more. Jenny kind of talked about it, like it's hard to put into words sometimes, like how it is until you get there, something like that you have to feel and that you have to experience. But we try, and I wanted to share some of the takeaways that I got that helped me. I don't want to hoard the information. I don't know if you guys got to watch any of the live stream, but I remember I did my first year. I was like at a bachelorette party watching. So that is available. So hopefully you guys can make it to Summit, make it to Super Weekend event. That's July 26th or 27th. It's going to be one of those days. I'm going to pretty much pick the majority of who can attend. So I will be putting, I'm going to stop recording.